Divine Collective. I feel good about this week's reading. And if you keep watching, you'll see why. We've come to a point where we can put a lot of the past struggles, a lot of the past battles behind us. And the only thing I have to say is that we've got the Midas touch. Want to know more? Keep watching and I'll explain all about it.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl Mel of Divine Feminine Works, and as always, I hope that this video finds you well and in excellent spirits. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. This channel is everything tarot, astrology, and spirituality. So if those are the things that interest you, don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well as that notification bell, so you'll always be notified when I come out with new content. All right, divine counterparts, this is going to be the weekly energy update for the divine feminine and divine masculine. It has been a minute since I've done a divine feminine, divine masculine reading. I think the last one I did was in like August or something like that. I mean, as a divine feminine, I know that's because 2020 really tried to take me out. Like, I battled some of the worst things during 2020. I'm not even talking about just like, you know, the pandemic and all of the craziness in society. I'm like, within myself, it was like a huge battle. And I feel like that's kind of indicative of how a lot of divine counterparts have been feeling lately and what they've been going through lately. And so thankfully, I've been guided to start doing regular energy updates. And so this is going to be the first one. And I'm excited about it in the sense that things are really starting to look up for the collective. You know, we're at a juncture in time where it's really imperative for us to step up. The world really needs us right now, especially because we've 2020 was really about breaking things down. I feel like going forward, particularly in 2021, we're at the start of the rebuilding. And I really think that it's up to the divine counterparts in order to do that. Now, some of us will be doing it together in union. Others of us will be doing it separately for the time being, and then to get into union at a later time. But the work needs to be done right now. And I feel like a lot of us are being called to start walking in our purpose, to start getting on mission. If you haven't been in mission already, if you haven't really gotten the ball rolling with that, and it's going to be time to really show the world who we are, what we are made of, and how we are here to help. And I feel like, at least right now, I think that a lot of us are going to get a very nice boost of energy in order to do so. Okay. So the first thing I want to talk about before I get into the separate divine feminine and divine masculine energies is really what's going on for the divine collective at this point. And I feel like, let me talk about what messages I got as I was preparing for this reading. So the first word I got was karma, and I was shown Saturn. And I feel like a lot of us were either tested or were undergoing some sort of karmic lessons or receiving karma for past actions. So I feel like a lot of us went through a very dark period, whether I said before, like you were being tested, or maybe you were finally getting some of the karma that you had been dishing out in the past. I think that we were all sort of under this divine judgment in a sense. If anyone is familiar with the, ideology and mythology of Ma'at, and how she sort of weighs your heart to see if it is as light as a feather, I think that that is what a lot of us were undergoing, because we're at this new juncture in time, and it's time to sort of separate the wheat from the chaff. I feel like, as of late, a lot of people have jumped on the whole twin flame, and I hate the word twin flame, by the way. I use it, but I hate it because of what has been done to it, of how it's been like just bastardized and just has been really like torn apart. But a lot of people have jumped on the bandwagon. Oh, well, so-and-so is my twin flame or whatever. And trust and believe, not everyone is a twin flame. I feel like the twin flame journey is a way for some of us to awaken. I feel like as a collective, there are many people who are awakening, but they don't awaken via the twin flame journey, right? But I feel like a a lot of us who are part of that collective, again, we're being tested. I feel that we were just being judged in a sense to see if we're really about this life, or if, you know, you're just playing, or you think it's cute, or you like the idea of having a soulmate or a twin flame or whatever. Like those tests that Saturn and that, I'm not even saying Saturn because I don't necessarily think it's, I do think it's linked to the astrology, particularly when Saturn and Jupiter were in Capricorn last year. But I don't think it's necessarily tied to the astrology so strictly. I feel like it's just that energy of Saturn, particularly that everyone was feeling in 2020. And it was a way to, again, separate who's real and who's not. And if you're still here, if you are still moving forward, I feel like now you're getting like the green light to go forward. For some, I do see, and with the presence of this card right here, I do see that there are a lot of us that are about to be pairing up. Whether it's with the person you thought was your twin flame or maybe a new person, but I do see a lot of coming together. And this doesn't necessarily include just your twin flame. This could be your soul family, your soul tribe. You're really just coming into your own, and you're coming into this energy of being paired up, being grouped up with like-minded individuals. Because again, the whole point of this is because it is our time now to rise up and do what needs to be done as Earth is shifting into a new dimension, into a new Earth period. And it's time for us to really get up and do what we need to do. So that's why there was this presence of this heavy sort of energy that was testing us, that was taking some of us to the depths of hell, to be honest. Let's be real. Some of these things that we endured were really meant to destroy us. And there were people who were probably behind that. I think that some of it was malicious. And I'll get to that in a second when I really get into everything that's going on here. But now it's like you've come to the top of the mountain. You've climbed and climbed and climbed. And now you're at the point where it's like a smooth descent. And so there's this energy of happiness. There's this energy of relief. There's also this energy of good fortune that's coming your way. And clarity. I have to say that given what I'm seeing, I see that there are a lot of people who are very clear on their mission, on who their counterpart is, on who their soul family and soul tribe are. Like, people are very much clear. And I feel like a lot of confusion has been dispelled. And I think that there are some people who are getting the necessary assistance from others in order to gain that clarity. So I feel like as a collective, we're in a good spot right now. For the time being, enjoy it. It's a sense of peace. It's a sense of fulfillment. It's a sense of victory also, because again, those tests that you may have endured, you've passed them, hopefully. I feel like if you're watching this video, you have, right? You've passed those tests. So it's a sense of fulfillment. It's almost like you feel like you're back to yourself, but even better. And I feel that that's what a lot of us thankfully are enjoying right now. So like I said, it's a time of good fortune. You see, and I got this lucky card. So there's good fortune, and it says like everything that you touch turns to gold. So this is talking about exuding your divine energy, like out in the world around you. I feel like it's this energy of, you know, really stepping into your mission, but being able to see the results of the work that you're putting out. So if you're putting in the effort to heal people, to heal yourself, I think that you are actually seeing the results of that in your reality. That's what this lucky card is saying to me. But let me get back into what I was like channeling before. So one of the words that I saw was friendship. And I feel like, you know how the whole, you know, twin flame, soulmate, whatever you want to call it, that whole journey, a lot of times it can feel so intense. You're thinking about your counterpart a lot. You're feeling the emotions of being with them or being without them. It's so intense. And I feel like that energy is subsiding, and it's giving way to a friendship vibe where it's so less intense and it's enjoyable. Where it's like, there's no pressure. There's no, are you the one? Aren't you the one? What is this? Like, I feel like it's this feeling of comfortability. And it's just this, I just kept hearing less intense, this less intense energy that is just comfortable. It's chill. It's like a chill vibe. Like, I feel like that's sort of the wavelength a lot of us are vibing on right now. And then finally, the last word that I heard was protection. Because trust and believe, there are so many people who have their eyes on you, right? And a lot of times I feel like as divine counterparts, we don't necessarily pay too much attention to that. I realize that some people, particularly some readers, they love to read about the karmic. They love to read about other people. And to me, that's just not how I vibe. That's not how I roll. Yes, there are karmics. Yes, there are people who, are throwing a monkey wrench along your path, right? But that's not important. It's part of the process, but it's not that important. But I say that to say that at this time, there are people who do have their eyes on you. And there are people who can feel your energy. And not only that, they know where you're headed. They can see that everything you're touching is turning to gold. They can see that you're pairing up with your counterpart. They can see that you're here to heal the world. And they want to stop it at all costs. So a lot of us have to get our protection games up at this time, whether that's taking spiritual baths, whether it's, using crystals or whatever you need to do to protect your auric field and your energy. That's what needs to be done at this time. Because again, all eyes are on you. And I mean, that's nothing new. As a divine being, everyone is going to look to you. Everyone is going to feel your energy, whether they want to or not. And I feel like some of them are like, yo, I need to hitch a ride on this person because this person is going places, or this energy feels good. Maybe I should get some of that for myself. Like, you already know the deal. You know how it goes. And so a lot of us need to get our protection game up at this time. So take that as you will. So let me just get into this collective energy spread that I did real quick. So like I said, a lot of divine counterparts are pairing up at this time or on their way to pairing up. For some of you, it could go either way. This could be a new person or it could be someone from the past. But whatever it is divine timing. Not sure if you can see that. There we go. It's divine timing. Like, you kind of have to just let things roll and ride the wave. This is not about, trying to be with your counterpart, trying to make it happen, doing this, that, and the third. That's, if you have to talk about karmics are the ones that are concerned with doing X, Y, and Z in order to keep someone or in order to make shit happen or whatever. As a divine being, as a divine masculine or as a divine feminine, that it's all about divine timing because it's you, your counterpart, and the divine working in tandem, right? And so divine timing is still at work. And in the meantime, I just see it's almost like a wave of people sort of pairing up, getting together, or even just recognizing who their divine counterpart is. Like I said, I feel like during this time, a lot of us have clarity on who is, who isn't, what they need to do. Like, you're just clear on it. And it's like, now that you're clear on it, there's no more pressure. There's no more of that intensity. It's really just riding the wave and letting the divine work its magic. And you know that if you're meant to be with this person, you'll be with them. Like, that's not difficult, You also know that if you're not, you're not. That means that there's someone else who is meant to be your partner or your divine counterpart or whatever. But regardless, you are just, in alignment with divine timing. And that's why there's also this feeling of relief, because there's no more push and pull. There's no more feeling like you have to do anything. It's really just up to the divine at this point. A lot of people are really just feeling good. Like I said, Saturn and that Saturnian energy, I feel like really tested us to the max. And now that we've passed those tests, or we've cleared that karma that we had built up, now it's like this euphoric sort of energy. And that's literally the card that came out. If you can see that. Yeah, euphoria. So a lot of people are just overjoyed. And they're also overjoyed because they realize the role of the divine in all of this. Not only the divine, esoterically speaking, but also the divine within yourself. And it's this letting go of the regret, letting go of those very heavy emotions that many of us were carrying for so long. I'm seeing something like washing down a drain. Like after you take a shower and the water just sort of pools by the drain and then it just, descends. Like, that's sort of what I'm seeing, like washing away of this negative energy, these regrets, this sadness. And, you're at a place where you're emotionally secure right now. Like, you're not all over the place. You're not like, sad. I mean, all of us go through mood swings, right? That's just the nature of being human. But I feel like where our emotions were so intense and almost, consuming us, I feel like we've passed that now. And now we're just feeling good. A lot of us are just feeling good. A lot of us have our emotions under control. A lot of us know where we're going, what we're supposed to be doing. So again, it brings up this feeling of relief and satisfaction. And I feel like there's also this energy of like very soon. I feel like a lot of us are going to be, again, linking up soon. A lot of us are going to be finding our soul tribe. A lot of us are just going to be finding where we fit in. And that is happening by the workings of spirit. And we've got the Temperance card here, which is like spirit is still cooking things up behind the scenes. Okay. Spirit is cooking things up. Things are being put in place, right? And I feel like it's this energy of very soon that the puzzle pieces are all going to come together and fit perfectly, right? We also have the 10 of Cups here. And you know what the 10 of Cups is. This is complete emotional fulfillment, all of that good stuff. And pair that with the Knight of Wands. It's coming in quick. So like I said, it's this energy of very soon. So get excited. And I feel like it's going to take a lot of us by surprise. It may take us by surprise with who it's with. It may take us by surprise that it just comes randomly. Perhaps you haven't been in contact with your person in the longest, and then all of a sudden they like come back and they're ready and they match your frequency, and things are great and you just move forward. I just feel like it's going to be surprising and it's going to be all of a sudden. But again, that's the way the divine works. That's how divine timing works. So, you just got to ride the wave, like I said before, but definitely something is happening very soon. Okay. And I feel like for those who are sort of, still working through their emotions in the sense that they're trying to understand them, I don't necessarily feel like there are too many of us that are like inundated by our emotions. I just think that people are starting to sort out their emotions and understand them to the best of their ability. And I feel like you're going to be able to do so. And I feel like there's going to be someone who's going to offer some unexpected assistance with that. Whether it's you having a discussion with someone else on the journey, whether it's, someone randomly talking to you and giving you a message that suddenly makes things make sense to you. I feel like someone, and perhaps I feel like this person may be older. They're just going to come in and help you like sort out your emotions and make sense of them. So where you're not going to feel so confused anymore. Again, I get this sense of clarity of emotions and clarity of thought. But most importantly, when it comes to clarity of thought, I think it has to do with your place here and what it is that you are meant to do. Yes, clarity of thought also includes who your counterpart is and being with them and all of that stuff. But we all know that that's sort of a side effect of the journey. The real journey is finding your way back to yourself. And the real journey is living in your purpose and taking action steps towards fulfilling that purpose. And I feel like a lot of us in the collective are really getting clear on that. And that's dope, isn't it? Because I feel like for the longest time, a lot of us were like walking in the dark. Like we knew this journey, but it didn't make sense and it was overwhelming and emotionally charged. And I feel like at least we're in a wave right now where we can put that behind us and focus on what's really important. So get excited because I feel like this is an exciting time. And I feel like there is so much good stuff coming and such good stuff ahead if you, again, walk in your purpose and do what it is that you're here to do. All right, so that's the collective energy. Let's get into the divine masculine and the divine feminine separately and see what's going on with them at this time. Divine feminines. This reading is really nice. I'm like super excited about this. There is this overwhelming sense of beauty that comes with this reading. I want to show you something. I want you to look at these 3 cards. Look at how they all have flowers. A lot of you are growing, a lot of you are blossoming, a lot of you are also going to be receiving gifts. Like, I get this sense of like suitors, of, people trying to romance you, because the one card here, it says growth. The other one says romance. And then we've got forgiveness. So to me, this seems like three different people. I feel like this growth card signifies someone new. So perhaps someone new may be coming to you, like you've leveled up, right? Like I said in the beginning of this video, a lot of you have undergone a lot of tests, a lot of trials and tribulations, and you've come out victorious. And now you've leveled up. And you're on a completely different level, a completely different wavelength. And that is also evident by this Hierophant card. So a lot of you are stepping into your role as the Hierophant, and people are starting to take notice. And I feel like this new you is attracting a new level of partner, and that's who's coming to you first, right? Because I feel like it's more than one person who's going to approach you. So I feel like this is someone who's on your new level and they're approaching you. They find you attractive. They can feel and understand the energy that you're emanating at this time, and they're attracted. And then we've got romance. And I feel like this is just people who are attracted to your light, your warmth, and your energy like moths to a flame. So these people may not be on your wavelength. This just may be people who want to be on your wavelength, people who want to be near you, people who are drawn to you, like, and they're just, I get this sense of infatuation. And you've got, a group of these people coming towards you. And then finally, you've got forgiveness. And we all know who this is. This is someone from the past who I feel like has recognized the error of their ways. I feel like they're now seeing the light. If it's a divine counterpart, I feel like they have leveled up, and they're able to see the divinity in you as they see the divinity in themselves, and they're coming back for forgiveness. They're coming back to get in your good graces. They're coming back to, start things over, but apologize first. So Divine Feminine, y'all have a lot of energy coming to you. You've got a lot of people coming to you. You've just got a lot of suitors, it's good. Let's just say that. And the best way to deal with this, right? Because the whole point is to learn from our lessons. And this isn't about getting caught up in the attention. This isn't about, of course it feels good to be desired. No one is going to say that it doesn't, right? But it's to be receptive. And that's what we've got up top right here is this water energy. You see, it's like an empty vessel. Be receptive to this beautiful energy. A lot of us have been through some stormy weather. And some of us may be still a little closed off to this attention, still a little closed off to this energy because of what we've been through in the past. But I feel like Spirit is saying, open up, receive it. It's beautiful. Like I said, look at all these flowers. Imagine you've got 3 different sets of people bringing you flowers, bringing you offerings, because they realize that you are a divine feminine. And then we've got deja vu. So for some of you, these are definitely people from the past. People are definitely coming back around because they see you in a new light, because you're emanating a new light. Look, right? And let me show you what else y'all are emanating while I'm at it. Look at this. How beautiful is this energy? So you've got this energy of great fortune, this energy of beauty, this energy of just divine femininity. And that's exactly what you are exuding. Okay. And we've got the Wheel of Fortune. So we've got, great fortune and the Wheel of Fortune. So divine feminines, your money is coming up. Remember I said in the beginning, in the collective portion, I said that lucky card, everything you touch turns to gold. I wasn't lying about that, was I? For some of you, it's work. Some of you, this is walking in your purpose. You guys are actively incorporating your life's purpose into what you do for a living, what you do on a daily basis. And Spirit is taking care of you in a material sort of way. So some of you may have been concerned about, well, I'm being called in this direction, but is it going to bring me money? How am I going to take care of my bills? How am I going to take care of my family? Spirit's like, yo, I got you. I got you. As long as you walk the path, as long as you live in your purpose, I got you, right? And some of you are really branching out a lot with this Eight of Wands here. I see some of you really, whatever you're doing is very expansive. It's like this energy of just like, I'm seeing like the web, and it's just like all over the place. Some of you may be doing things online. Others of you, your energy is felt far and wide. And this goes back to what I was saying before about protecting yourself, because you are shining so brightly, and it's not even like you're doing it on purpose. Like you just are. You're just living in your divinity, and you are shining very brightly, and it's like for the whole entire world to see. Okay. Some of you have a choice to make when it comes to certain things that you may want to do, particularly things that you're passionate about or things that you want to create. I feel like some of you are very much like, should I do this or should I do that? Or you're sort of juggling what you're doing, what you were doing before and what you're doing now as you walk in your purpose. But it's a good juggling. I don't get this sense that you are confused. I don't get the sense that you are like being torn into different directions. I feel like you are just it's like the how do I put this? I'm like tongue-tied. It's like you're trying to incorporate all of this into your day-to-day life, and you're trying to see how it works. You're trying to see what you have to do in the physical to actually make this work. But it's a good thing. And then at the bottom, we've got family room and we've got lovers. So yeah, y'all are going to have, there's a relationship on the horizon. And the presence of this family room card speaks to something that's going to happen very soon. So get ready, because like I said, y'all have a lot of people coming to you, a lot of people drawn to you, a lot of people wanting your energy, a lot of people wanting to be with you, be near you. People coming with offerings, apologies, people on your level, people who look up to you. Be receptive to it all, because at the end of the day, you've got money looking good, you've got love on the horizon, and you are just feeling great. It's like it's your time now, particularly with the presence of the Wheel of Fortune. It's like the time has finally come. You've battled those storms. You've made it through those storms. And now you're at a place where the water is calm, it's clear, and you can just be in a position to receive all that spirit and the world has to offer you right now. Just remember that it isn't just about the attention or about the relationship or about the love. It's about walking in your purpose. And if you continue to do that, there is no telling the changes that you can make, and there's no telling what spirit will give you in return. So do it. Divine Masculine. Wow, is all I have to say. You guys are on a completely different level right now. First of all, let's talk about growth. So y'all have definitely leveled up when it comes to your spiritual growth, emotional growth, and y'all are really appreciating this growth with the presence of this flower here. I feel like just like the divine feminine, you guys are blooming and blossoming into this new side of yourself that you're really appreciating. And part of this growth is learning to surrender. This was a very foreign thing to you guys because, you know, masculine energy is very much about going. It's about doing. It's not about sort of sitting and letting things come to you, right? And so a lot of you are learning to surrender to the feminine side of yourself. You've gotten in touch with your feminine side. You're learning to surrender to it. And a lot of you are learning to surrender to your divine feminine, because look at what we got here. We got the twin flame card. You guys, I feel like you guys are finally, I'm not even going to say you guys are hip to the whole twin flame thing. I think you guys have been hip to it for some time, but now you are finally surrendering to it. Now you feel comfortable surrendering to it because you understand it. You understand your emotions better. You understand the process and you understand the why of it all. So you have no problem surrendering to it now. And the fact that you want to surrender to it, it's like you guys are now going at this full force. We've got the Hierophant. Under that, we've got marriage. We've got the Lovers, and we've got Child. So you guys are ready as you'll ever be right now. A lot of you are very much marriage minded. A lot of you are just ready to get with your counterpart. A lot of you are ready to take that step. And with the presence of the Fool card here, you are ready to jump in head first, full of faith and optimism, because you get it. Again, it's this surrender that you finally, it's like, just like this card depicts, you're finally waving the white flag and you're like, yo, like, I get it. But it's not from a place of like begrudgingly surrendering, like, whatever, all right. No, you guys are like, I get it. I get it and I'm ready. So let's go. Especially with that masculine energy. Once you set your mind on something, that's where you want to go. That's the direction and the trajectory that you want to take. And that's what you guys are doing right now. And it is so dope. And you're realizing that the journey is a gift. Your divine feminine is a gift. You just realize the gift of this whole spiritual awakening. And not only that, I feel like you're going to receive a gift. Some of you are really ready to make it official with your divine counterpart, with the presence of this contract. Like you're ready to sign on the dotted line. Like I said, y'all are ready. Y'all are ready to go. We've got the House card here. Like y'all are ready to move in together. You guys are ready to set up shop. You guys are ready to just make something that is lasting. You see this house, how grand it is and how with the presence of this fence, it's secure. This is the energy with which you want to approach your divine counterpart. This is how you want to make things happen. You want to make it happen in an official and a big sort of way. You finally have the strength to do so with the presence of this Strength card here. You're finally following your heart and you're finally going after what it is that you want, right? But most importantly, and what I love the most about this reading is the presence of this Morning Star card, because this lets me know that it's not just, you realize it's not just about the relationship. It's about following your purpose, following your North Star. And that's what you guys are doing. That's why you guys are going to be blessed with these gifts, because you finally get it. You finally get it. A lot of you want to reach out to your divine counterpart, send them a message. I feel like you guys are going to be guided to do so, whether it's through text, whether it's calling them, whatever it is. I feel like you guys are sort of ready. And with this person sort of opening the envelope, I feel like some of you may have been hesitant in sending a message because you weren't sure how it was going to be received. And I feel like with the presence of the divine feminine is learning how to be receptive. Even after going through a very stormy period, she's learning how to be receptive. So I don't think you need to worry about whether your message will be well received or not. I think that the divine feminine is at least open to hearing what you have to say. And judging by the cards, what you have to say is that you're coming here and you're ready to get serious. But what I love is in this union, in this reciprocity, in this coming together, there's great fortune to be made, both materially and spiritually. So in your surrender to the process, in your surrender to your divine counterpart, you both coming together, the only thing that can result from that is this. Like I said in the collective portion of the video, we are at a point where we're putting the storms behind us, and we're at this place where now we're reaping the benefits of having gone through those tests, having paid that karma, those karmic debts. Now we're at a point where we're on the upside of things. We've traversed the mountain and it's now a smooth descent, and it's like we're descending into a pot of gold. I love this energy for you. Some of you are even ready to have children. Some of you are ready to bring forth some of these divine children that are just waiting in the astral realms to come through. Others of you, this is just letting you know, this is the energy with which you're approaching this childlike energy. Children are very open, they're very receptive, they're loving, they just approach things in a very fun and lighthearted way. And this goes back to what I was saying before about the friendship word that I got when I was preparing for these readings. It's less intense, although the fire of your desire definitely does burn brightly. Let's not lie about that. But in approaching your divine counterpart, I feel like you're going to do so in a childlike and loving and friendship sort of way. I think that's also sort of how you want to ease into it. For some of you that need to come and apologize to your divine counterpart, I feel like if I approach them on some friendliness, on some, childlike, sort of energy, maybe they'll be more receptive to it. And I feel like you're right. If you feel like your divine counterpart may be difficult to speak to, have that childlike energy when approaching them. I guarantee that they'll be receptive to at least listen to you and to what you have to say. But divine masculine, this is just amazing. This is amazing. Again, y'all are ready to pair up. And I love how this comes under the Hierophant. Like, y'all are ready to make this official. You're ready to make it official. And you're just reaping the benefits of the hard work that you've put into this journey. Again, at least we're all at an impasse, and not even an impasse. We're all at a juncture where we're putting the past difficulties behind us and we are just enjoying the fruits of our labor and really attuning to this journey, our mission, and everything that it has to offer. All right, my loves, that has been the weekly Divine Collective reading. I sincerely hope that you were able to get at least one message from this reading and some important insight, because like I said, things are looking good, all right? So there's no need to worry. Speaking of readings, if you'd like to book a personal reading with me or order an astrology report, I'll put those links in the description box below, so check those out. While you're checking things out, don't forget to check me out on Instagram at Divine Feminine Works. Every week I do a series called The Week Ahead, where I do a quick and dirty tarot reading as well as a quick and dirty astro forecast for the upcoming week. That link is in the description box as well, so don't forget to check that out. My loves, everything I do is a labor of love and comes straight from the bottom of my heart. If you feel so inclined and would like to tip me by buying me a coffee, and trust and believe tips are always greatly appreciated, I'll leave that link in the description box as well. Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine, enjoy. You've earned it. All right. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and I will see you next time.